Hi everyone, this is Shamila, and I haven't done a live or a video for ages, and I'm busy cleaning my craft room. Just trying to zoom in here so you can see the cover of this album. I'm busy cleaning my craft room, and what do I find? 2024 July's National Scrapbook Day online class. I completely forgot that I had not, I cut the pattern papers, but I never ever attached them to the album. And so I decided it's time to get that unfinished project done. So I'm just going to give you a quick walk through the little 6x6 that we did. This was done, I think it was July last year for our online NSD event. So my apologies for the very late reveal video, but here we go. So this is the cover. I used the Blue Land collection from Stamperia, and basically I did my thing, cut into the paper. These are just additional little quotes that I had in my stash. And some of the ephemera and die cuts here I found in my stash, which I thought just matched. And I used it. And of course, for some texture, I used some gauze. Now, it's a two-part video. It is available on my YouTube channel, and I will link it in the description box. So if you want to replicate this, you can. Sorry. So on our opening cover, we've got a stacked pocket here. So inside the pocket are just some postcards that come from the collection. I've got this was a little piece where I'd used the back side of the paper, and I used that half circle to actually create a little tuck spot there, and then there that goes into that. Sorry, we're in the month of Ramadan, and I have been talking a lot, so my throat is a little bit dry. I apologize. So this was my second page, and I had decided to cut into here. And because the black of the paper was exposed, I actually just put some pattern paper off cut behind there, so that fits in there. And then I can't resist cutting into paper, so a photograph could fit here. It's going to be a cropped, maybe like a 3x6 photo in that area there. And this can be your little journaling spot. Now over here was a page that we did. Sorry, I've been out of shot there. Let me just zoom out. This is a page that we did so that one could actually utilize a full 12x12. So here we go. That's the one side of the paper. That's the other side. This is just an extra piece from the collection. But if you open it up, that's basically your full 12x12, just shy of a little piece on the side here, but we had to accommodate that, otherwise it wouldn't fit in here. But that is your full 12x12 sheet. So you can use a 12x12 in a 6x6 album. And then when you turn the page, my albums consist of 5 pages. If you check out the very first video, I show you how I assemble it with my bookbinding tape. It's the quickest way to make an album. And there we have a little belly band, and inside the belly band we can add some photo mats there. Those come from the collection. Over here we've got where I put the white papers, where you would actually put your photograph. So this is just a simple page. I first paste my photographs in. This is something that I learned from Kathy King from Paper Phenomenon. So if you're on a budget and you really don't want to just stick pattern paper on every single page, because let's face it, we don't want to waste paper, number one. Number two, we also want to make sure that you can see the paper, because this paper is so gorgeous. For example, I wanted to put an additional embellishment here, but I loved all the texture and the distressing that was going on here, and I refused to cover it. So for that, I love this idea. And after all, what we are working on is a photo album. So the emphasis here is on your photographs. We are not creating a pattern paper book, because then you can just as well leave the paper in the book as it comes. So we're creating a photo album. So we're looking for photo opportunities that will showcase your pattern paper. So that is, by the looks of it, just a single page. And then over here, I used the actual paper to create a flap. And so what I thought was I could put a photograph there and we could still see the lovely embellishment on that side. And over here you can decide, photograph here, and you can still enjoy that part of the photo of the paper. So here we go. This is a cropped 6x4 and just a little strip over there that will open up, and in the center we've got a little stacked little pocket here. Maybe just 2 photo mats can fit in there, but you can write here, you can add a couple of extra small photographs there, and we've got a photograph there. So these papers I don't mind to cover because they're not so they're like my grounding sheets, I call them. And so that will close. And then when we flip the page, we've got another flap here that opens up, and then we've got one more page that opens up like this, and these are paper pieced. So if you close that, you will see I've got a strip there and a strip there, but I've left space for my picture. So in this way, I get so much value out of my paper packs. Here's another example of matting. So I've got a little printer that does this 2x3 photographs. So I've left space for that, but all my bits and pieces, my offcuts, I've used to mat inside that area. So it's not just a plain simple old photographs. It adds a little bit of interest to your album. Same thing here. There's a photograph, and that was one of my offcut strips. And if I flip the page, we've got my favorite, a bit what do you call this, a waterfall. And what I did here was, there were such lovely frames in this collection and I couldn't pass up using it, so I added a back-to-back, let me flip it, frame on this piece so you can see. I love how it turned out actually. And then over here we've got our waterfall, and what I did was I used the same paper, just cut them up into, that's about a 3/4 inch strip, just so that we can see the full page. And I haven't put anything in there because that is where my pictures are going to go. Okay, and then we've got another page here. So over here is the space for your photograph. These are just 2 little elements from the collection that tucks into that little spot there, just for some interest. And if you wanted to, you could add 2x2 pictures there. This is, and I think what the idea that I had behind this little album was to give people an idea of how to do certain things. So we also did like a diagonal pocket here, and these are just, look how gorgeous this is. Absolutely stunning. This is such a beautiful collection. And so inside this little pocket you've got space for those things. And oh, I forgot to do something here. Oh dear. I actually quite forgot that that was another flap, to be honest. It's been so long. So anyway, we've got place for whether it is a portrait or a landscape, like a cropped 6x4 photograph. And then I still have a little bit of paper left, so all is not lost. I still have space here to use that up. Right, then next page. I absolutely adored this page because it has so much detail on there. Such beautiful script and distressing on the edge. Right, that's a plain page. And then over here we've got, this was, I used part of this paper, so that was also like a offcut, basically a half moon. So what we've got here is, or a semicircle, is a pocket. And in this is quite a roomy pocket, so you can get quite a bit of photo mat in there. But this is also like a photo mat that's just folded like that. So you can, because you can remove it from the pocket, you can actually put either portrait or landscape photos in here, and you can just turn it when you open and close it. And so it slides into there like that. And then this was in the paper. I did a Kathy calls this her signature cut. I love watching her videos. She's very lively and entertaining, but her ideas are incredible. I actually have purchased a lot of her tutorials. So what I did there was doing Kathy's signature cut into the paper, and then I decided to use that, and that is the closure that holds my little insert in place. And that is my back. I'm considering whether I want to grunge it up like that, so I haven't made up my mind yet. Hence it's still neat and plain and simple, but it works as it is as well. The other thing I wanted to point out is, if you look at this album, there's still lots of room to grow, so there's a lot of place. And the nice thing about this technique is that you don't get that crocodile mouth when you put your actual photographs into the album. These kits are readily available from us. I do have it in an 8x8 as well. If you are interested, you can always message me. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok, and of course on YouTube. And that is it from me. Until next time, see you in cyberspace. Bye now.